Steve Facio here from the Vermont Center for Eco Studies with my vernal pool video number 5. We're getting towards the end of April here. It's April 24th, a couple days after Earth Day, and the pool's really coming alive, even though we've had a really cold week, a lot of nights below freezing, a little bit of snow early in the week. Still things are happening here. So let's go have a look. But before I do, let's just have a broad kind of look at this pool I've been visiting so you can get a sense of what it's like.
All right, well, as you can see, the pool extends down to the south here, about 200 feet or so from where I'm standing, and it's not terribly wide, but about 30 or 40 feet wide in most places, and roughly about knee deep or so. Off to the east here, there's a little bit of a ephemeral overflow, kind of a temporary drainage. When the pool reaches a certain height, it'll drain out there. And then as we swing around to the north, the pool really broadens out and gets quite wide at the north end. It's about 100 feet wide up there, and as you can see, it's got a lot of sedges and is a little bit shallower than the rest of the pool. Well, what I'm seeing a lot of today is spotted salamander egg masses. Salamander egg masses are quite easy to distinguish from frog eggs. Salamander eggs are surrounded by an outer jelly matrix that makes them quite firm, whereas frog eggs do not have that outer jelly matrix, and they appear kind of lumpy and loose. One way to identify spotted salamander eggs is by the sort of whitish halo around each embryo. That's called the vitelline membrane. In spotted salamander eggs, it's quite wide, about as wide as the embryo, whereas in Jefferson's, as you see here, the vitelline membrane is very narrow and difficult to see. Here's another good example of the two side by side, with spotted salamander on the bottom and Jefferson at the top. Occasionally you'll find spotted salamander eggs that appear white or whitish, kind of opaque, and that's just because the female has a different protein in the jelly, and that's something she inherits and will always produce these whitish egg masses. And again, it's just a different protein that is in the jelly. As I mentioned, spotted salamander egg masses are quite firm. They're typically about the size of a baseball, but they can be a little bit larger or a little bit smaller, and they're often oblong shaped. And they can hold their shape pretty well if you take them out of the water because of that outer jelly matrix.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and be sure to join us next week when our video will be about fairy shrimp.